I first saw this from Pirate Nation. He said Twitch is introducing age verification in some regions using on-device facial age estimation technology via KID. And if you've been following the channel for any period of time, you may recall me talking about this KID corporation, and it's very sketch with the people working at it and the curious connections to the UK government that I found diving into it. And first, before we even get into that, I want to cover what's going on with the story. This is from Dexerto. It says Twitch launches age verification requiring users to scan their face. Twitch has rolled out new age verification system that will make users scan their face in an effort to keep our community safe. I'm sure that's going to really fix the streamers that are streaming basically naked in hot tubs. I'm sure that's going to really keep your community safe. On September 15th, Twitch users who sign up will need to comply with local laws. Comply. And that means scanning their faces with age estimation technology to confirm their age. The Amazon-owned platform prohibits anyone under 13 from making an account. And while that won't change, there's now an extra step users will need to jump through to access content when they sign in. Luckily, this won't apply to everyone, but if you're someone who lives in the UK, be prepared to scan your face. Won't apply to everyone yet. The biggest concern with all of this is the precedent that is being set forth right now in the UK is concerned to be spreading throughout the world after this takes a foothold there. Why is Twitch adding age verification? The UK recently introduced stricter age verification measures for mature content online. Users now have to pass a facial scan to prove they're over 18, something that sparked backlash for its clunky implementation and potential privacy issues, which is my biggest issue with it in itself, is the privacy issues. Actually, no, not my biggest issue. My biggest issue is let the parents parent. The government needs to stay the fuck out of my house. All right. Secondly, potential privacy issues. I don't want my kid's face being shown to some third party and what they're going to be doing and potentially selling or collecting data analytics and not telling anyone about it and being like, oh, we actually delete it after we take our analytics and then sell those analytics to people. Yeah. We're not going to do anything with that information. Reception to this change has certainly been mixed from UK residents. No, it hasn't. From what I've seen, everyone in the UK does not want this, with people generally being frustrated by the barrier of having to do Face ID every time they want to access age-gated. Every time? Are they fucking retarded? The UK government wants people to scan your face every time you're going to see something age-gated? It can't just save it and unlock with your phone? Oh my God. On Twitch, when you sign in, you'll be sent to a verify your age screen that will require you to remove glasses or headgear and scan your face to determine your age in order to access the site. God, they're treating this like it's freaking Pornhub. This will also let users view certain content, such as mature rated games. Oh, good. Good. I let my son play Grand Theft Auto 5. And he's 11 or 12 now. I don't need to worry about the UK government being like, oh, your son can't see Grand Theft Auto 5. Why? You want to wrap kids in bubble wrap and then push them out the door when they're 18? Let me know how they turn out. Now, it's important for parental guidance and supervision while they're playing it and let them enjoy it and understand it. But I don't need the government coming into my house and telling me what my kids are allowed to see or not. To protect your privacy, Twitch and KID, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit more depth after this, a third-party vendor we partner with to verify your age, do not store your face scan video selfies. I bet they don't. The video selfie used for facial age estimation is analyzed entirely on your device and will never leave it. We promise you, bro. We promise you. Twitch notes, adding that the information provided won't be used for anything other than age verification. even if I am to believe them on this. It doesn't resolve the why is KID the third-party vendor that was selected? Who are the connections behind the scenes for this? Many Twitch viewers aren't pleased with this change, and one sarcastically joking, "It's not dystopian at all." Yeah, I really don't need Twitch in my life that much, another said, hinting about quitting the platform. Users have found ways around age verification technology. In an act of protest, someone used Norman Reedus' face from Death Stranding to dupe the facial recognition. Some, meanwhile, haven't been so lucky. Even when showing their faces, for instance, Britain's most tattooed man was unable to access websites because the tech wrongly believed his tattooed face was a mask. I smell a lawsuit. I smell a lawsuit, by the way. That's discrimination, bro. That's an issue. So let's dive over to the KID website, which I've covered before on this channel. And I find it super suspect with Nexus Mods, Capcom, Discord, all these, they're promoting trusted by. They're promoting all these massive sites to get more people under their umbrella and make more money. And it makes me want to dive even deeper into this. And I found a connection that I found that was pretty curious, we'll just say. I said on X, I've been digging into why KID seems to be getting pushed everywhere, and the UK/Ofcom connection keeps popping up. Meet Baroness Joanna Shields, the former UK Minister for Internet Safety and Security, now the Chief Evangelist and Advisor at KID. Well, that's curious. You have the former UK Minister for Internet Safety and Security now working at KID. Sure feels like there might be a potential conflict of interest with, I don't know, her friends in the government, and now she's working at KID. It's a little bit suspect, that's all. That's a direct UK government connection inside the company, and it raises some serious conflict of interest concerns. UK's Online Safety Act requires strong age assurance across platforms, and Ofcom has been gearing up to enforce it. The law does not mandate any one vendor by name, but KID keeps showing up as the solution that all these platforms are adopting. And Twitch already lists KID as its age verification partner. Put that together with former UK Internet Safety Minister now helping lead KID, and it looks like a lot of regulatory capture in real time. This appears, at least on the surface, to violate the spirit of the UK's Nolan Principles, and it demands transparency from the public. Who met with who and when? And why was KID selected over competitors? Were there revolving door considerations, lobbying efforts, or advisory roles that influenced procurement and platform choices? I have so many questions. They have an inside person, and that most likely is greasing the wheels. If age assurance is going to be rolled out at scale, which literally no one wants to happen, the public deserves to know who is steering that rollout and why it's happening in the first place. This should be about transparency and accountability and making sure compliance doesn't become a blank check for one privately owned gatekeeper, which I got to be honest is exactly what all of this is starting to feel like. And this is KID on their own website. Baroness Joanna Shields, Chief Evangelist, looking like an employee at KID. Dive into her, founder, dreamer, global advocate for ethical AI and online safety. UK Parliament House of Lords. Weird. Almost like there's a conflict of interest here. Joanna Shields, Baroness Shields, is an American-British businesswoman and politician. Shields was made a life peer in the House of Lords in 2014 and later was Minister for Internet Safety and Security under David Cameron and Theresa May. She's also been an advisor on the digital economy to David Cameron. These people are all in bed with each other to push these laws to benefit their own wallets. It's not about safety at all. We all know it's not about safety. These people aren't even elected officials anymore. She works at KID. She's not even in the government anymore. But she's using her connections to make sure that KID allegedly is being the provider of choice. Curious. Very curious. And I wanted to follow up with Madam Savvy, who had a couple banger posts. She said, KID mentioned, it's by design, which 100% I would agree with. And she followed up, quote tweeting me. She said, KID team is part of FOSSI. KID was chosen for Australia trial that just wrapped up. Julie Grant, and covered Julie Grant, multiple videos on this channel. The e-safety dictator of Australia sits on FOSSI. I've spoken about it before. There is a race to sell ID verification software. The reason Pornhub was bought by that new, unrelated to this group back in 2020, wasn't because they wanted anything to do with porn. The real moneymaker is licensing out ID verification. There was a big, long interview they did. I can't remember with who. I listened to it in passing while driving to Canada, but they were very proud of themselves for it. Groups knew as early as 2020 this was going to happen globally. It's all a giant club, and we're just watching from our fishbowls. And she's infinitely on point here. This is something that they all knew was going to be pushed hardcore full press. And it's very strange because we keep asking where we're looking at. Ain't no one wanting this. I've said many times in my videos, as a parent of two young kids, I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son. I do not want any internet regulations. I don't want anything. I guide my kids, parent them, understand what they're going online and what they're looking for, and want them to explore the internet, want them to find out what the internet has on it. And if they stumble onto like a porn site or something, welcome to fucking life, bro. Hey, it's real life. Holy shit, that's crazy. I don't feel like it's going to scar them for life. I don't think that there's, first off, they're not going to stumble on that, by the way. I'm saying if they do, they're not going to. But if they did, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, guys. We don't need government intervention to make sure by the off chance that some random thing of them going to a porn site happens, can't happen. It's not going to stop anything. It's just going to create more barriers for people that do want to go to the porn sites, or people that do want to access Twitch, or people that do want to do anything online that you quote unquote need to be an adult to do, as opposed to just using a credit card like you used to and say, yes, I'm an adult. I have a credit card. That proves I'm an adult. Here you go. No. Now we need facial scans too, because your credit card isn't enough. We need your ID. We need your license. We need your passport. We need to scan your face every time we're going to open up this app. It's insanity. And they want to be able to scan everyone as much as possible because, as always, it's always about the money every single time. And they want to be able to go to their investors and brag about how many people opened their ID verification app, how many faces have been scanned, how many users have been engaged. This is how they operate. That's how they make money, and it's how they promote themselves to other companies to take over like a fucking cancer and spread. And they use law to push their business and enable them. It's modern day legalized mafia. It's sick, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. The UK has fallen victim to this shit. Thankfully, thus far, America has not. But I do have serious reservations that's going to keep up, because eventually it feels like everyone falls to the almighty dollar. It just might take a different amount of time for each of them. But yeah, for this, I will leave that one there.